So today is 3-421, and we are going to learn about markup. Okay, so a markup is what every single store does to all their items they sell. So, for example, this mouse cost maybe $1 to make completely with the parts and everything. Believe it or not, maybe $1, maybe two. It doesn't cost a lot to mass produce a mouse, even though it looks like super awesome with the shiny little light. And what it does, the technology, it's kind of dated. So let's say $1. Now, did I buy this mouse for $1? No, I did not. The price was marked up by quite a few dollars. I think I bought it for less than $10, between $8 and $10. The best mouse I've ever had. So this mouse, I paid, let's say, $9 for it. But to make, to produce, to ship, everything, about $1. So why wasn't I charged $1? Well, because of a term called markup. Every store does a markup, okay? This pen probably costs 20 cents to make, if that. Did I pay 20 cents for this pen? No, paid a lot more, all because of markup, okay? So 2 steps to do markup. First step, take what do I want to call it? Do I want to call it the original price? Yeah, let's just call it the original price, or cost to make. We're probably just going to call it cost, but it's like the cost to make. So how much did it cost to make? Times, believe it or not, the percent of the decimal. Okay, so look, the first step this whole week has been exactly the same. The first step has been exactly the same. Price times percent. This will give you what is called the profit. I'm sure many of you have heard of the word profit. Profit is the money that the store makes. So if the mouse cost Target $1 and they charged me $9, then that means that they're making a profit of $8. Okay? And then step number 2 is you take your the price, the cost to make it, the original price, the wholesale price. It's called wholesale price. Wholesale. And then you add your profit. This will give you your new selling price. Okay, don't get all these, like, I added a bunch of words, but don't get confused on that part. It's still the same thing. It's 2 steps. It's the same steps as tax. It's the opposite of a discount. Okay, so it's the opposite of a discount. It's called a markup. Opposite of a discount. Because we need to have profits. If we were the owners of the store, we want a profit. All right. So let's say to the cost of to make to build, to make, to produce, to manufacture. I think the word was manufacture. To manufacture, to build, to produce, to make, to build. Build, make, produce, manufacture. What's the correct word? In iPad, it cost $120. Okay, to build an iPad, it costs $120, right? To get all of the parts, to pay someone to build it, things like that, $120. Apple will mark up the price by 650%. What is the new price of the iPad? So this is called markup. You'll hear it here. It's the same steps as tax, the opposite of discount, okay? All right, so the first step is you're gonna take the original cost to make your iPad, it's $120, and multiply it by your percent. Now your percent is 650%. What is 650% written as a decimal? What is 650% written as a decimal? What was that?
6.5.
6.5, yes. And in the private chat, it is correct as well. 6.5, very good. So this is how you can make the mistake and get everything wrong. Even though you're doing the right steps, if you do not write it correctly, then it is not going to give you the right answer. All right. Which one student in this class yesterday, the student wrote all the percents wrong. All of the percents were wrong. And they got a 0 for the assignment because they did not turn the percent correctly into a decimal, which made all of the answers wrong. So it's very important that you know you got to move the decimal 2 times. Move the decimal 2 times. So 120 times 6.5 is 780. That's the profit. That's the profit. Then the second step, 1 and 2. Second step is to take 120 and add $780 to it. And it's $900. Rocky? So this is the selling price. And you know, I know that $900 for an iPad, depending on which one it is, sounds about right. The 120, I kind of made that number up. I'm not sure exactly what an iPad costs to make, but I doubt it's more than like $200 to $300. Like it's by now, it's pretty cheap to make it, but because the demand is so high, Apple can still increase it by a huge percent, and people will still buy it. Same thing with your iPhone, right? iPhone 12, let's say it costs $1,000, but did the iPhone 12 really cost $1,000 to make? Absolutely not. It did not. But people are willing to spend $1,000. Who are those people? Okay. Have you ever bought something and then your friend wanted it, or your little brother and sister wanted it, so you turned around and be like, you bought something at the store for like $5, right? It's a little toy. You come home, your brother or sister wants it, and you're like, cool, you can have it for $10. Or have they done that to you, where they just like increase the price all of a sudden? Well, you just did a markup. Nice. So that's called a markup. So if you buy it for a higher price or you sell it for a higher price, it's called a markup. If you sell it for a lower price, it's called a discount. Yeah, so you've been doing markups already. You just didn't know. Okay. The cost to make a, what do we want to talk about next? A PC is, let's say, Uh oh, that's so sad. Your older brother charged you $5 for a popsicle? Terrible. He made a lot of profit right there. Let's say $230. Um, and the cost to make a PC is $230. They will mark up the cost by, let's say, 250%. What is the selling price? And markup are usually really big percents. So if the store is marking up by 250%, what they could also do is give you a discount. They can still give you a discount of 20%. They're still making a profit. That's why stores are able to provide you with discounts. They're still not losing money. Their profit, their percent markup is so high that even if they offer me a 50% discount, they're still making money. So it's very interesting. When you go to the store and then you see it 50% off, you're like, wow, if you're able to offer me 50%, then how much did you mark it up by? Makes you wonder. So 230 times 250%, written as a decimal, is 2.5. So we're going to multiply it by 2.5. Grab those calculators. It's asking you to suffer over here. 230 times 2.5 is 575. And step number 2 is you take your original price and you're going to add 575. We are marking up the price, so the price has to go up. So that means that this PC that costs $230 to produce, to make, to hire someone to build it, to gather all the raw materials and put it together, is going to be $230. Now, when they bring it to Best Buy is like, we're not going to sell it for $230. We're going to increase the price by 250%. So at the store, when you walk in as a customer to Best Buy, or you look online, you're going to see a price tag of $805. Best Buy can turn around and give you 20% off, 50% off. They're still going to make money, right? Because they've increased the price by so much. As long as they don't go below 575, you're good. You're making money. Okay? Yeah. Any questions? Are we okay? Sometimes the percents are big. Sometimes the percents are not big. They're regular, like 60%, 75%, 20%. Sometimes they're small percent. Sometimes you can't increase the price by a lot because then people will think it's too expensive. Depends on what it is and depends on like, oh, we want the new iPhone. Cool, that makes the price go up. Or like, no one wants what's something that kids don't want anymore that used to be like super popular but not anymore? What's something that used to be popular but is no longer? A yo-yo? A Switch? Yeah. Fidget spinners? Yes. Wooden toys? Slime? Oh my god, slime. Xbox. Right. Exactly. So all of those things right now probably cost a lot less. The prices are not super high anymore. You can probably buy slime for like $1 now, or a fidget spinner for a couple dollars, right? Build-A-Bear, exactly. So all of these things used to be super popular, right? So they used to cost a lot of money, and people were like line up, and yes, yes, yes. And then all of a sudden, like, they don't care. People are like, nah, I'm over the fidget spinner. I don't want the Xbox. I want the PlayStation. So those prices go down. The good old days, yeah. We used to have Recess. Remember Recess? Super cool. So, but things replace it. So now it's like, oh my God, PlayStation 5, I need that. The new iPhone, I need that, right? So it goes in waves. In about 5 years from now, you guys are going to be like all into something completely different, right? It might not even already be invented. It might be something new that comes along and you're like, oh, I want that. Everybody wants that. You just don't know. It kind of reminds me of like